So Ohio State just won the national championship not too long ago, and their coaching staff has been getting raided as of late. They lose offensive coordinator Chip Kelly to the NFL. He takes the Las Vegas Raiders offensive coordinator job. Their offensive line coach, who happens to be one of the best in the nation, and Justin Frye also departs for the NFL, taking the offensive line coaching job with the Arizona Cardinals. And their D coordinator, Jim Knowles, went to Happy Valley so he can get happily compensated. And now that leaves you with the big question, if you are a fan of the Buckeyes, how worried should you be about these recent coaching staff departures? To me, you don't have anything to be too worried about, at least when it comes to the offense, because look, Ryan Day is one of the best offensive minds in college football. And when he decided at the end of last year, not this past season, but the season before last, to give up play calling duties, it kind of was a shocker, not because he was bad at it, but because he is widely considered to be one of the best at it. So to give up play calling and then to give those duties off to Chip Kelly, you're saying, okay, I guess if you're good calling plays, imagine how better the offense could be if Chip Kelly's calling plays. And the offense just completely exploded, especially during the college football playoffs. They were slaughtering everybody. But losing Justin Frye, that's where I start to get concerned if I'm a Buckeyes fan, because it's hard to find good offensive line coaches, not just in college football, but in football in general. One of the toughest hires to get right is the offensive line coach, because winning in football comes down to if you can win the battle on the line of scrimmage. And if you don't have a good offensive line, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be that good of a team, which is why the offensive line coach is one of the most underrated, but one of the most important hires that you have to get right. And I'm eager to see who's going to end up replacing Justin Frye. I'm not going to act like I have a bunch of offensive line candidates lined up on the top of my head, because I mean, how many of you all do know some suitable offensive line candidates out there? It's not like they're the most talked about coaches out there as compared to defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators. And the defensive coordinator vacancy, this is where Buckeye fans should be sweating bullets right now, because if you remember this Buckeyes defense before they hired away Jim Knowles from Oklahoma State, it was atrocious to watch. And he quickly turned around this defense from being one of the more underachieving units in the nation to one of the best. And to lose Jim Knowles to the same team in your conference that you're jockeying for number 1 in the Big Ten with, and Penn State, you know, it's just a huge dagger to the heart. I mean, out of all the places Jim Knowles could have went, you would not have liked to see him go to the team that you got to play every year, that is in the top 3 of the conference every single season. I mean, if you're an Ohio State fan, especially if you're Ryan Day, you're definitely going to be really nervous when you got to play Penn State this year, because the last person you want to see is somebody who was on your staff, who knows your tendencies, and also knows how to attack the weaknesses and vulnerabilities of your offense. So these losses that Ohio State has taken on their coaching staff, I think with losing Chip Kelly, you'll be all right. But with the offensive line coach leaving and Justin Frye and you losing Jim Knowles, I'm really concerned about how you're going to fill those vacancies on your staff, because those are 2 tough hires to nail. Unless you're going to go out and you're going to get that defensive coordinator that everybody keeps talking about, who used to be the former head coach of Wisconsin. I think that could be a really good move. I'm trying to think of his name, but it's eluding me right now. Jim Leonhard is his name. So this might be the best destination for Jim Leonhard. We always hear the Jim Leonhard defensive coordinator rumors every single offseason, and nothing happens. But this go around, though, I believe that Ohio State definitely has the bag to pay Jim Leonhard what he would be looking for in compensation. And I think overall, getting Kim would be a fantastic pickup for Ohio State, looking for a replacement for Jim Knowles.